Hello, Dr Candy from Regenerate Cities. Last time I spoke to you, I was talking about trees and explaining that if the trees are planted in healthy soil, then the water goes down into the soil as the sugars are drawn down into the soil. What did I mean by healthy soil? Well, I meant soil that is not killed by pesticides, insecticides, and fertilizers. Why ever do I say that? Well, because those chemicals kill the microorganisms in the soil. So, in the way that you are probably familiar with antibiotics and resistance in terms of antibiotics, the same thing or the same sort of thing has happened in terms of soils, that fertilizers and pesticides were thought to be miracle chemicals. But actually most of the miracle chemicals that grew up in the 50s and 60s and all the rest of it, some of them were known actually to be not very good, and that known was covered up. Some of them weren't known, and the knowns have come out in time. So let's give grace. But actually, whichever it was, we found that the so-called miracle chemicals didn't deliver what was promised. So they seemed to have been miracle cures over a short period of time, but then a bit like tobacco was a wonder drug, actually it killed more people than it made them satisfied. So, not so good. And the reality is that 75% of the land on planet Earth, the whole of planet Earth, is actually degraded. So people talk about we're running out of land. We're not running out of land at all. Cities occupy only 2 to 3% of the Earth's surface, so urbanization is not a problem because cities don't take up very much of the Earth's surface. And actually agriculture is not a problem, and animals are not a problem because actually the animals graze on land that you can't grow crops in, mostly. But the problem is that most of the land that should be productive is not productive because of these chemicals that have killed the things that you can't see. So a bit like the antibiotics that were going to be the miracle cure for everything, and then they were thrown at everything, and actually then the bugs that we should be able to be killing with them are resistant to them. If we throw fertilizer at everything, it kills the good bugs. So let's stop killing the good bugs, because like in our guts, we've got lots of good bugs, and if we kill those, actually it kills us. So let's nurture the good bugs in us, let's nurture the soil, and then we'll have nutritious food, but we can only have nutritious food if we've got nutritious organisms down there to actually nurture the soil, to nurture the food. And I'll explain the details of that next time. Dr Candy, Regenerate Cities.